Good afternoon to one and all. Today we are going to discuss about SAR of analgesic drugs. But nothing but SAR is a structural activity relationship. We'll see one by one. So in this part, we will discuss analgesic drugs, or we can say that beta phenyl ethylamine or sympathomimetic drugs. We have to see that structural activity relationship. So before that, we should know that what is meant by structural relationship. For example, we have one drugs. In this drugs, if you substituted one group, so what are the activity? If it is replaced another group, what are the activity? If it is change this position, so how the activity will be increase or decrease? So these are the details we have to study about SAR. First, we can divide into three main parts. One is phenyl ring, another one is ethylene link, another one is amine. In this structure, we must divide into three parts. First part is phenyl ring. So here I have given two structure. One is norepinephrine or epinephrine. So these two structure having same OH group, OH group. Here also OH group. Then OH group at beta position. Beta position OH group. So what the thing is, direct acting adrenergic drugs contain hydroxy group at the meta and para position of the aromatic ring, and also beta hydroxyl group of correct orientation. So if it is present OH group ortho and meta position, and also present beta position OH group, these are groups are present correct position. So it's giving activity, good activity. So points indicating that presence of OH group ortho and para and beta hydroxy position, beta position, so it's a correct orientation. So if it is present correct orientation, so it's giving correct activity. For example, epinephrine, norepinephrine. So next one is replacement of catechol by resorcinol. For first structure, epinephrine, second structure delbutylin. So what are the difference here? First portion, second portion having OH group. That is all we can call is catechol. But yellow color structure, first portion, third portion having OH group. This is a resorcinol structure. So come to the point, replacement of catechol by resorcinol. So if it is replaced by resorcinol group, increase the beta selectivity. So if it is increase the beta 2 activity and also decrease metabolism of by COMT. Nothing but here catechol O-methyl transferase. This is called COMT and produce longer duration of action. Example terbutaline. So here I have given two structure. One is epinephrine, other is terbutaline. Epinephrine is having catechol structure. Terbutaline is having resorcinol structure. If it is replaced by resorcinol structure, it will increase the beta 2 activity as well as decrease the metabolism of COMT and also giving longer duration of action. So when compared to epinephrine, terbutaline is more active and also giving longer duration of action. Third point, replacement of meta-hydroxyl group of catechol increases beta 2 selectivity and decrease the metabolism of by COMT. So here I have given two structure, epinephrine and salbutamol. Epinephrine having the OH group, I have given some blue color, that is epinephrine structure. This catechol structure, if it is replacement, that group counted into this group, it is replaced the meta position of catechol. If it is replaced, it will give beta 2 activity. Beta 2 is activity and also decrease the metabolism by COMT. Okay, with structure I have given some mark, that means OH group blue color. Here CH2 OH group will be present here. So if it is increase or replacement, it will give beta 2 activity and also decrease the metabolism by COMT. COMT nothing but catechol O-methyl transferase, the enzyme. Come to the fourth point, removal of para-hydroxy group from epinephrine makes the molecule selective for alpha-1 adrenergic receptors. Example, phenylephrine, phenylephrine. So here I removed para-position hydroxyl group. So before we have two OH group, one is meta, another one is para. If I remove para OH group, in the molecule is this molecule is giving alpha 1 adenosine receptors. This molecule is ready to bind with alpha 1 receptors and ready to give action. So if example is phenylephrine is a structure. Next heading is ethylene linkage. So before we have discussed about catechol 2OH group, it is replaced or substitute or something. Activity will be increase or decrease. Metabolism will be increase or decrease. Duration of action will be increase or decrease. But here, ethylene linkage, we have discussed about between the linkage. For optimal activity, amino group should be separated from aromatic ring by 2 carbon atom. This last I have given three structure. One is norepinephrine, epinephrine, isoproterenol. So in the three structure having same, we have separated benzene ring as well as amine group. Middle we have two CH2 group present. All the three structure having same CH2 group present. So if it is present like this compound will be more active. This is called optimal activity, medium level activity, or high level activity. To be separated from aromatic ring as well as amines. So this type of compounds separated by two methyl group present. So it is giving optimal activity. Next one is methyl or ethyl substitution on the alpha carbon decreases metabolism by MAO, monoamino oxidase. But I have given two structure here, norepinephrine, amphetamine. So methyl or ethyl substitution on alpha. So we have mentioned alpha and beta carbon. In the alpha position, you have substituted CH3 group or ethyl substitution. It will be decrease the metabolism by MAO enzyme. So two structures will be there. This is norepinephrine alpha position no substitution, but amphetamine alpha position we have CH3 substitution or methyl or ethyl substitution on alpha position. It will be decrease the metabolism with the use of monoamino oxidase enzyme. Coming to this, beta hydroxyl group produces chirality. By structure, I have given two structure. One is R epinephrine, S epinephrine. So you have two type of enantiomer here. So one is R and one is S. So in here, so if it is beta position OH group present, so it's giving chirality. What is meaning of chiral here? So one carbon having different groups at the fore end. So it's called chiral. For epinephrine, norepinephrine, and related compounds, the more potent enantiomer has the R configuration. So this R configuration having showing chiral carbon. So this compound we can give more potent enantiomer. For example, R epinephrine has 12 to 15 times more vasopressor activity compared to the S epinephrine because of chiral carbon present in the structure or epinephrine. So it's giving more potent. At the same time, epinephrine, if you have present to OH group at alpha position, this side benzene ring, this side CH2 group. But here, so OH group will present down because ready to bind with receptors. But the epinephrine given int molecule. So int molecule but no receptor binder. So here binder ready to bind with receptors. So it's giving more activity. Third point is amino group. The amino group is important for direct adrenergic agonist activity. So favorable for adrenergic receptors. So amino group is essential for activity. So the primary and the secondary amines are more potent as compared to tertiary and quaternary amines. But I have given three structure here. So after this 5 structure I have given here. Norepinephrine, epinephrine, isoproterenol. So here first epinephrine, norepinephrine is we have only primary amine, last only one youngest group present. But epinephrine we have secondary amine. Isoproterenol having tertiary amines. Terbutaline also tertiary amines. Ibuprofen also tertiary amines. So primary and the secondary amines are more potent. But why? Because we are telling means NH2 group present. It is having always excess of electron. Ready to donate electron to that is structure, and it is increasing the activity. But this isobutanol and terbutaline, salbutamol having tertiary. We have tertiary amines percent, tertiary CH3 group percent. So it is giving less activity. So primary, secondary is more activity, more potent when compared to tertiary and quaternary. The nature of amino substituent affects the receptor's activity of the compound. So it's point link that so generally amino group substituents affect the receptor activity. So which we have to select. So if it is very generally as the bulk of nitrogen substitution increase, it increases the alpha receptor agonist activity. If it is nitrogen groups are present more, it will increases. At the same time, it decreases the alpha receptor agonist activity and increase the beta receptor agonist activity. This number of engaged group or more than that primary, secondary will be there. Number of bulky group, the bulky nothing but CH2 like this. Number of CH2 group present, it will increases. So molecular weight based on this, it will increase the molecular weight. At the same time, it decrease the alpha receptor agonist activity. So this type of compounds, if it is more CH2 group present on last after that amine group, it will not bind with alpha receptors. It will bind with only beta receptors. It will give favor activity for beta receptors. That's why they are given epinephrine alpha 1, alpha 2, beta 1, beta receptors. It will bind with like this. But if it is more group, isobutanol, if it is more CH2 group present, it will bind with only beta 1, beta position. So no alpha action. As the bulky further increases, if it is more bulky group present, for example here isobutanol we have only CH3, CH2, CH3 present last end. But terbutaline and salbutamol we having CH3, 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 3 CH3 group present. So here also 3 CH3 present. If it is more bulky group present, increases, it increases the beta's activity. So there also, if it is increased, it will bind with the beta 2 receptors activity, agonist activity. Here also, if it is more group present at the end point, it will select only beta receptor. For example, tertiary butyl group increase the beta 2 selectivity in terbutaline and salbutamol. So next one is larger substitutions on aromatic group decreases metabolism. So here I have given two types of action. One is other action, another one is longer duration of action. This other duration action, nothing but here. So the less substitutions. So substitutions only in primary amines percent here. So it's giving shorter duration action. Immediate action will be there. Immediate means immediate slow shorter action. But at the same time, if it is bulky group present at the end, it's giving longer duration of action. This type of actions is metabolized by MAO, monoamino oxidase. But I have given some different marked structures: isobutanol, terbutaline, salbutamol. These three structures are having secondary and tertiary amines present at the end structure. This is giving longer duration of action. So, but norepinephrine having primary amine structure, so it is giving shorter duration of action. So, up to now we have discussed the SAR of sympathomimetics or analgesic drugs or beta phenylethylamine. So it is nothing very easy to remember all these things. Based on structure wise, you have to remember whether category group are replaced or not, or amines are present primary, secondary, tertiary. You have to compare. Then you have to separate aromatic as well as amine group by use of ethylene bridge. So you have to compare and you have to study like this. Thank you to all.